Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the final round 3, round 4 losers side kind of mashup that we've been doing. I believe I said last week we were headed back to winner's side, but I did make an error in that. And I'm glad that you're here with us this week because we still have to go through a bunch of really interesting characters, some of which I'm very surprised have made their way onto the loser side of the bracket. And this is certainly one of them, between our number 9 seed Pokemon trainer and our number 10 seed Swordfighter. There's just a lot of really interesting things that have led up to these two characters being on the loser's side of this bracket. And they're keeping very even with each other, though at the end of the day, only one will be able to continue through the loser's side of the bracket. And at this point in time, it looks like we may be seeing the bigger benefit come back from Swordfighter, as he's doing a little bit of a better job, though we did just see the switch to Ivysaur, which may very well turn the tide in Pokemon Trainer's favor here. Both combatants making it back to that left-hand ledge. And we've got that side B coming out from Swordfighter. We've got the quick switch to Charizard in the back air, and Charizard draws the first stock. And Swordfighter, looking to make their way back on stage, did so, and they have to really find an opportunity to finish this stock out and put themselves on some more equal footing, because Charizard hits incredibly hard, and that's not something you want to get caught up in. That up B is going to send Charizard reeling off to that left-hand side, but it's not going to be enough to pick up the stock. He goes for that punish again, doesn't get it. Charizard opts for the down throw. That's one of his better options for racking up a lot of damage onto his opponents, and he just barely gets nicked by that up smash. Swordfighter finally able to even things out a little bit, but we have the quick switch over to Ivysaur. I think that was a good move, as Ivysaur did a lot better in terms of keeping a percent advantage against his opponent there. And Swordfighter really looking to prevent his opponent from recovering back to ledge, though the quick switch to Charizard is going to allow him to do that. And we are back to Squirtle, which is not a bad move by any means, because we're still at a lighter... we're still at a lower percent where we're less likely to pick up that kill. But we are back over to Ivysaur for the second time this stock. And again, Charizard coming out here. The switch messes up the punish from Swordfighter, and we have a quick stock pickup there. And Charizard dropping shield right at the wrong moment there, which is very unfortunate for him. I disagree with the switch to Squirtle here. Any smash attack from Swordfighter is going to pick up a stock at any point on this stage. It's just a matter of getting in on him, really. Quickly gets that shield up, which is definitely the best case scenario for Squirtle in the event of an onslaught coming down from Swordfighter there. And we have the side B from Squirtle, the withdraw, connecting and sending Swordfighter over to the side. And we're really looking to finish things off if we're Pokemon Trainer here. And Swordfighter is going to have to recalibrate and determine what's going to be best for them to kind of rally back in Game 2, as I don't see them coming back from this deficit, especially after taking an up smash like that. Excellent work from Pokemon Trainer rallying back through in that fight. And let's see what Swordfighter chooses to do for a counter pick. Alright, Swordfighter has opted to go to Final Destination. Probably a bit more level footing for him, but we'll have to see if it does play out in his favor. And so far, he is just putting the royal hurt onto Squirtle there, chasing him off stage with that forward air. Squirtle went too low with the withdraw, trying to recover back to stage, and that is a effective 0 to death from Swordfighter here off the start of this fight, and definitely a change of pace and tone that he was needing in order to get himself back in this tournament. Now Charizard coming out here, he's going to cause some problems, and he just barely gets back after whiffing the Flare Blitz there off the right-hand side of the stage. and dropped his shield again at just the wrong time from me Swordfighter. He goes for the counter. That hasn't landed for him yet in this set. We've got that down throw coming out from Charizard into the Flare Blitz, but it's not going to be enough. Me Swordfighter is going to make it back to that ledge. Charizard went for the spike with that down air, but both combatants are going to continue to cause some trouble and struggle. We've got the forward air coming out from Charizard. Again, not quite enough to pick up a kill there. And that up smash, again, not quite going to be what we were looking for from me Swordfighter to close out that stock. But Charizard's heavy, so he can be a little bit difficult to take down. The withdraw coming out there, and he doesn't get any benefit from the jab lock, and Squirtle equalizes and perhaps gets a bit of revenge on his opponent there as we see him pick up the kill with that forward smash. Me Swordfighter still in a pretty good position, and we do see that second stock go down to the up smash. And now Charizard's coming out, and he's got to be careful here, as that Flare Blitz is a powerful move, but it sends you into a disadvantaged state if you miss it. And just like that, me Swordfighter gets the Gimp with the down air and takes game 2 in a relatively quick turnaround at a very impressive display. Okay, Pokemon Trainer has opted to go to Small Battlefield, not quite the stage that they had the most success on in that first match, but it certainly gives them some platforms, which is of more of a benefit to them than it is to me Swordfighter with the different camping options that they have, particularly with Ivysaur. Tends to get the most benefit out of that from my experience. And me Swordfighter just barely misses the counter on that up smash, which could have been devastating for Squirtle, even at that low of a percent. And the Rapid Jab coming out from Ivysaur there, and the Vine Whip connecting over that left-hand platform. Excellent work from Ivysaur there. And Ivysaur gets the forward throw out of that grab. Charizard barely going to make it back to that ledge after the switch. And me Swordfighter ends up losing out from that Flare Blitz connecting off stage, and again finds himself in a disadvantaged position. Isn't particularly what you want to see here. And Charizard landing that Flare Blitz again. It just causes problems for his opponents because of its range and power there. Me Swordfighter looking to close things out here if he can. Isn't going to get anything with that down air, but he's providing a decent amount of shield pressure. Charizard really opting for that Flare Blitz over and over again. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But it's not picking up a kill at this percent, at least not at this juncture here. However, me Swordfighter needs to find a killing option, goes for the forward smash, and gets a grab out of the switch back to Squirtle. He is going to make it back to that ledge, though, so still got to be careful. And that down air on stage is going to finally take that stock, but me Swordfighter in a very rough position here at 85% and needs to equalize here if he can. But Charizard's come right back out, and we've seen that me Swordfighter's struggled against this opponent up until this point. I disagree with the switch back over to Squirtle here, but me Swordfighter needs to take advantage of that while Charizard is away on rest, because he really has not shown any sort of prowess in that matchup here against Pokemon Trainer. And Charizard coming back out here to recover back to the stage. That Flare Blitz coming back out, and that up smash to punish the side B from me Swordfighter. Probably one of the better options he could have gone for. And we see that forward smash coming out again from me Swordfighter. He doesn't get the kill from that up B, but maybe he will find something with his side B, and he actually does. We're even on the final stock of the set, and me Swordfighter has clawed his way back into this match very well, and going to town on Squirtle while he's still available to kind of take full advantage of. We see the switch to Ivysaur, and we get a back-to-back up smash from me Swordfighter. It does not land on Charizard there, which is certainly unfortunate for him. Charizard with the second on-stage down air spike of the game. And Swordfighter really looking like he is in trouble here against this Charizard. Gets the down throw to the up air. And again, I disagree with the switch back to Squirtle here. That may have been the wrong decision that dooms the match for Pokemon Trainer. And Swordfighter whiffs that down smash at ledge, or doesn't get a connection off of it, which is unfortunate. Neutral air connecting, and we see that up air sending Squirtle way too far away. And like I said, that switch to Squirtle was highly detrimental. Pokemon Trainer on the outside of this tournament, and Swordfighter will move on into the round 4 of loser's side. And we are going to go see who he has to face off against right now. Next up, we have our number 8 seed Richter against our number 26 seed Isabelle. And Isabelle technically could cause a lot of problems for Richter here if she's able to pocket some of his many projectiles that he's using. But as of now, it looks like she's getting the punishing options that she wants based off that fishing rod, and we do have that cross boomerang that's been pocketed by Isabelle. Fortunately for Richter, though, it does not mean that he is incapable of using his boomerang, as there are a couple of projectiles that is the case for. Isabelle did go ahead and use that boomerang there and got a little bit of some connecting damage out of it, and the cross to axe combo there, absolutely disgusting. And Richter just barely making it back to ledge, rolling around that Lloyd Rocket, and picks up that first stock with a back air, as he is expected to do a little better in this matchup, as he's our number 8 seed overall. A bit crazy that our number 8, 9, and 10 seed were all in this round of losers finals here. Or not losers finals, but the losers side of the bracket. Isabelle really trying to figure out how to deal with all of these projectiles, and she gets caught up by that axe again, though she does pocket it as Richter uses it a second time and immediately throws it back out to pick up that kill. So maybe she's starting to work this out. She does not have an answer for that whip, though, as she really only has her fishing rod as a distance dealing option. And that whip, again, going to cause some problems for Isabelle here, as she gets caught with a forward smash. Not quite the sweet spot, but she is in a world of hurt here as we get the dash attack coming out from Richter. And Richter with the quick combo off of that cross to up air, really doing a great job at continuing to deal with Isabelle. And he's really succeeding at getting away from this fishing rod more often than not. The spot dodge goes around that forward smash from Richter, and Isabelle really wants this fishing rod to connect, but Richter often finds himself just out of reach of the connecting grab from that. She gets caught up again in that axe, and it looks like Isabelle is probably going to have to rally back in a game 2 if she wants to try and pick up any sort of a benefit here. Richter retreating back down, covering a little bit of his options with that holy water, and the right in your face forward smash. Didn't even need the sweet spot on that, and Richter is going to take game 1. And had a very commanding demonstration in that Isabelle's going to have to find some sort of answer to in the next game. Isabelle's counter pick over to Hollow Bastion. This might be a little better for her, not having so many platforms to have to worry about Richter running around. And Richter's still looking to keep his distance where he can. We've got 2 different cross boomerangs heading out across the stage, and Isabelle just barely out of range of that cross, or not that cross, but that axe that comes down along the ledge there. Still looks like she's struggling against this Richter, though she did manage to equalize the percent there for just a moment. She does get the fishing grab, and the down tilt from Richter is going to keep him in the percent lead there. Down throw into cross, Isabelle throwing a cross of her own out, And Richter, that definitely throws him off, but I think that he's still in a much better position. Neutral Air coming out to add on a lot of extra damage, and that second axe to punish the whiff pocket from Isabelle is going to allow him to take that first stock. And again, he is just demonstrating a very commanding display in this matchup. Ooh, point blank axe there. Again, you don't want to get caught up by that if you're Isabelle. And that forward smash destroyed that Lloyd Rocket trap, and she has not gotten any real benefit out of that, which is really unfortunate for her because it gives her a decent amount of stage control. It'd probably be a little bit better if it were more like Snake C4, where it weren't able to be destroyed by different attacks, but you've got to have to work with that and rely on the overall functions of it when and if you have it. Richter looks for the punish on Isabelle's recovery, doesn't get anything meaningful out of it, and as a result, ends up losing a stock of his own. But he's still in a really good position. They're even on stocks, but Richter has a 100% lead here, and the Holy Water to forward smash is a very nice kill combo at that high of a percent. Isabelle looking like she is probably going to be losing out on this matchup here. And she gets caught up in that cross again, which is never a good thing for her. She's going to get hit by that cross once more. None of those axes connecting, unfortunately for her. The dash attack coming out from Richter to tack on a lot of extra damage. And Richter just really showing Isabelle that he has full command of this matchup. A full stock up at this point. Isabelle's really going to have a miraculous play to force a game 3 here, but I just don't see it happening, if I'm being completely honest. Isabelle finally getting a couple of answering hits here, but there's just too much for her to have to work back. The up B punish there off of the whiff spot dodge. And I was fully expecting to see the down smash at ledge there to come out from Richter, but he doesn't even need it. That's a quick 2-0 victory for Richter. Isabelle is outside of the tournament. We'll get back to Richter versus me, Swordfighter, in just a moment. But we've got our second to last match in round 3 to head over to, so let's go ahead and take care of that now. Here we have our number 18 seed, Dr. Mario, versus our number 48 seed, R.O.B. And these two combatants should be really interesting to watch because R.O.B is a lot better at pulling off very annoying spacing type combos, but Dr. Mario still hits pretty hard and can be a bit of a problem to have to deal with. R.O.B seems to be doing okay, and that's probably too far out and away. R.O.B takes the early lead here with only 31% on his first stock. Dr. Mario looking to extend that percent and hopefully pick up a kill. We get a grab into a whiffed down air, but that secondary down air off stage results in a 0-to-death restock for Dr. Mario there, and that's certainly what he needed to keep himself in this game. The rising tornado there from Dr. Mario going to get a little bit of a connecting hit, but R.O.B is going to answer right back with an up smash of his own. And they just continue to cause each other a couple of problems as we dance around this stage. Dr. Mario gets the up smash, and it's got R.O.B at a relatively dangerous percent here, so he's got to be careful. Down B again from Dr. Mario coming out there. R.O.B at 130 doesn't get hit by that pill as Dr. Mario sends that away as a recovery barter. And R.O.B really needs to take advantage of getting whatever percent he can, but that down B is just not enough to kill. R.O.B at max rage at 175. Very scary position for Dr. Mario to be fighting against, but he does pick up that kill with his down B, and that's 2 stocks to answer the first one that R.O.B has taken away from his opponent here. Got a series of pills coming out from Dr. Mario that provides a lot of much needed spacing here. And he gets it again, which is just proving to be a little bit of a problem for Rob. He could end up reflecting that with his side B rotor arms, but hasn't really been able to read that to the degree that it would actually help him. Rob far off that right-hand side. He's running low on fuel, does manage to make it back, but does not touch down. He has no juice with which to continue recovering, and Dr. Mario pulls out a reverse 3-stock after losing his first stock. So not a true reverse 3-stock, but still an impressive display, and we'll have to see what Rob does to respond here. So Yoshi's story is going to be the next stage that we find our way onto, and Rob ideally wants to have a couple of extra platforms that he can retreat away from. However, he may not have accounted for the very odd trajectory on the pills from Dr. Mario, as he's been able to kind of thwart a couple of Rob's early attempts here to keep percents even. Now, Rob just needs to get a bit more comfortable with the Dr. Mario matchup to exploit his weaknesses in recovery, and he certainly has the kit to do so. He just needs the matchup familiarity is what it comes down to ultimately. Rob unable to answer back there though, and the downbeat tornado from Dr. Mario is going to connect yet again. If he gets another one of those, he might pick up the kill, but he doesn't even need it as he gets a back throw on the far edge of that right-hand platform, just close enough to the blast zone to take full advantage of that. Rob gets a forward smash parried, and then eats a responsive, punishing option from Dr. Mario there. Mario really doing a great job at keeping ahead of Rob here. And Rob finally landing one of those rotary arms. Dr. Mario, he does manage to make it back to that ledge as he reserved his jump. And that's really what it comes down to if Dr. Mario wants to continue excelling. And he does, picking up a second stock with an up air there. Rob really struggling here in this matchup against Dr. Mario, it seems. Got a forward tilt coming out from Dr. Mario, and he continues to layer those pills onto Rob to cause him some issues here. The pill's going to end up reflecting that gyro, which isn't what Rob wanted to see, I'm sure. And Rob finally picking up that kill with the back air and taking one stock off Dr. Mario here, but he's got a lot of room to make back up as he is in a very serious deficit here. Dr. Mario finding himself on the edge of that platform with Rob. Rob getting a lot of damage back in there, has evened out the percents, but still needs to try and find a way to even out that stock. Up air coming out from Dr. Mario. Rob's back on stage. His fuel has fully recharged at this point. Afterburner doing a lot of really great work for Rob as he attempts to claim this last stock, or this next stock off Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario at a nice percent here, gets another down B tornado there on that top platform. Forward smash coming out, doesn't quite land. And misses out on that finishing hit, but responds with an up smash. Dr. Mario with the quick 2-0 here against Rob. Rob eliminated from our tournament. And let's head into our last match of round 3 to see who Dr. Mario will face off against in round 4. Now here's a match I don't think that you expected to see in loser's side. Now, I mean, you could watch Ness and Incineroar fight anywhere, but Ness is our #1 seed in this tournament, and he has been since round 1, which is certainly not what I would have guessed. But he is doing a really good job at keeping tabs on this Incineroar, which I think we should expect. Incineroar is a full 33 placements lower on our rankings, and he gets struck by that PK Rocket 2 coming out here. Ness doing a really good job dancing around his opponent. And Incineroar must have some super armor on that Alolan Whip that he is exploiting, because he's taken an early lead here And Ness is needing to find an answer to this sumo cat, or this wrestler cat, I should say. Down smash from Incineroar connecting right on center stage. Ness is off on that left-hand side again. He makes it back to ledge, and boy, he really needs to find an answer against this Incineroar here quickly. Dancing around that center platform, we have Ness finally answering with a forward air, and that dash attack isn't going to take that stock, but he follows it up with a PK Thunder and chases Incineroar down to finally even out the stock counter. And Ness needs to get some better combos onto Incineroar here in order to build that percent up and even out percentages on this second stock. Incineroar going for that whip again, and that's going to pick up the second stock from Ness. Ness in a really rough position here and needs to find a couple of options against this Incineroar. He's going to make it back to ledge there. Incineroar is buffed up from his revenge. And Ness is finally going to knock that buff out of him. You really didn't want to get hit by that under any circumstance, really. And it wasn't a super strong revenge, but it's something that you have to take into consideration anyway. Incineroar coming out here with the suplex, and Ness getting the magnet hands back to that ledge on what could have been a very disastrous shortfall for him. And Ness attacking into that revenge again. Incineroar has already burnt it on a dash attack, I believe is what that was, with the knee. And Incineroar up at a very scary percent that Ness is going to have to try and rectify here. He's actually at max rage. Ooh, Ness just about getting the forward smash out of the PK Fire Trap there. And he is going to make it back towards that ledge, but Ness is probably going to have to try and recoup on a round 2 and 3 if he wants to keep this run alive. However, he has equalized the stocks with that up smash at ledge. And Incineroar is looking to close things out, and he's going to do just that with a neutral air. So Incineroar picking up an unprecedented Game 1 against our number 1 seed Ness. So let's see if Incineroar can close this out, or if Ness can run things back. Ness counterpicking to a stage that's a lot more comfortable for him. We're here at Town and City, and that's just a lot more beneficial than Lilac Cruise, so we'll have to see how he attempts to counter against this Incineroar. But that Alolan Whip, Incineroar has not missed it in this set yet. I mean, he hasn't got the initial grab a couple of times, but every single time he's gotten that full connecting clothesline, which is not great for Ness here as he's looking to restore a little bit of balance in the matchup. That whip again connecting, but it's not going to be enough to claim that stock. Both combatants fighting over that left-hand ledge there. And Ness getting a lot of damage in with that PK Fire, but he needs to find a connecting option, and he does not do it. Incineroar instead taking that first stock of this second game. Ness chasing with a couple of up airs. He's not going to get the kill on any of those. If he went for a back air, he could have gotten a kill pretty quickly, but he ended up finding one with that third up air over that left-hand platform. Ooh, now Incineroar opting for a high connection on that Alolan Whip, and that stage spike is going to be a really scary opportunity for Incineroar, though he does recover from it and makes it back to ledge after teching the scary strike there off of that rocket. Both combats making it back to ledge. Incineroar gets the cross chop recovery to connect against Ness here. And Incineroar is going to be too far away to recover, but Ness also did not clip to ledge. So we are even at 0% on the final stock of Game 2, where things for Ness are initially not looking great here. Incineroar with the grab to the forward throw. Ness up at 60% almost. And now all the way up at 75. Ness missing a couple of options here against his adversary. He finally gets a down air on stage. But Incineroar puts Ness all the way up at 100. One more of those whips is going to cause problems for Ness and send him on the outside of this tournament. And just as I say that, Incineroar gets another one. Incineroar has eliminated the #1 seed in this tournament and will continue to round 4 to face off against Dr. Mario, which is sure to be a high-octane match. But let's go back to our second to last matchup in round 4, which will be me, Swordfighter, versus Richter. Starting off on PS2, a pretty nice place to be. And both of these combatants will have a really interesting time dancing around each other. Of course, me, Swordfighter, has his neutral special Shuriken of Light that provides him a little bit of some spacing to keep a distance between himself and Richter here. But Richter overall just has the more versatile zoning kit. And we'll have to see if he can continue to keep me, Swordfighter, at a distance in this game. And so far, he looks like he's been doing a really good job. We got that down tilt coming out from Richter there. And me, Swordfighter, up at 90%. Dancing around each other here. We've got that Shuriken that did serve as a counter to that cross. And just barely getting away from that axe as it comes hurtling down at him. Dash attack coming out from Richter there. He misses on the down smash. And me, Swordfighter, unfortunately getting caught up in that holy water. Me, Swordfighter, missing the forward air there, which is unfortunate, as that could have provided a lot of additional percent onto his opponent here. That down tilt still not picking up that kill for Richter there. And he rolls back around the forward smash, but ends up getting caught up in the boomerang cross there. And me, Swordfighter, doing a really good job spacing around these projectiles. He's at max rage. That forward air not going to pick up a kill at this stage. Dash attack coming out. We have me, Swordfighter, at 200% and still holding on to that first stock. But not for long, because that forward throw is finally going to take that stock. Richter in the lead here. Again, a little bit expected, as he is the slightly favored seed here as seed number 8 compared to me, Swordfighter's seed 10. And Swordfighter needs to find an answer. He finally does in the form of a forward smash at center stage. He's got 30% on him, and he needs to find way to rally back and put more percent onto his adversary. But he's currently struggling at that, as Richter is continuing to pour on that pressure against his opponent here. Finally chases him down with his side B. But Richter really working around his opponent, knows what he has to do here, has done a very good job at figuring that out. And we have that down tilt coming out again for Richter. We get a clank with that axe in the air, though. And Richter looking to finish things out and take an additional stock here if he can. Me, Swordfighter, finally getting an up tilt, but struggling to find connecting options after that. And the forward tilt from Richter there at the ledge is going to be enough to take that stock. And the onslaught continues as he just layers in strike after strike onto his opponent. Nice air dodge around that, or spot dodge around that axe that comes out from Richter. Gets the parry on the forward smash, however, it's not going to mean anything if you can't get a punish off of it, and Richter is just too far away to be connected into with that forward smash from me, Swordfighter. He gets hit on that retreating end of the boomerang again. Finally picks up a stock to even things out onto the last stock of game 1 for each contestant. But Richter is still with a very hefty percent advantage. And he opts for the high recovery, which he didn't even need to burn his up B for that. And that may very well be it for Simon, but no! Me, Swordfighter, hits him with the down air and allows him to recover back, but Simon not going to make it back that time around, comes up just short, and me, Swordfighter, takes game 1 in this round 4 loser's side match. here we are with me, Swordfighter's counter pick, or Richter's counter pick rather, to Smashville. And this may be a little bit of a better venue for him, as he doesn't have to worry about as many options for his opponent to retreat onto to get away from his various different projectiles, especially where Richter's projectile has the unique ability of passing through obstacles there. And me, Swordfighter, went for a really disrespectful option with that up B spike and didn't get the spike hitbox to connect in a way that would send Richter down out of that bottom blast zone. So effectively throwing away his first stock and giving Richter an early advantage. But Richter is going to lose out on that second stock there, or that first stock, as he's sent way too far off to the left. And Richter gonna tether back to that left-hand ledge, but it looks like he's still struggling a little bit despite the freebie coming out from me, Swordfighter, there on that first stock. Me, Swordfighter, getting caught up with that axe. He hasn't gotten hit by a whole lot of those, but you never want to because they are very nasty moves to get caught up in. Richter getting a little more damage tacked on with his neutral air. And he doesn't get the holy water to connect, which is unfortunate for him. Richter with the advantage in percent here. Both combatants going to make it back to the ledge and the stage respectively there on that left-hand side. Down tilt not going to connect to pick up that stock. That forward smash would have done it, but we get the back roll away from the punishing option from me, Swordfighter. Again, both combatants going to make it back to that stage. And a max rage up B from me, Swordfighter, is going to take that second stock off of Richter, which is not a great position for Richter to be in. He needs to find a killing option here, and that boomerang's not going to do it. Me, Swordfighter, landing the first counter in this entire set, and actually from the set before as well. Richter finally evening things out with a forward throw there at that left-hand ledge. And he needs to do a much better job at getting this damage ramped up on his opponent faster if he wants to force that game 3 situation. However, me, Swordfighter, continues to layer around his opponent, jumping and dodging, weaving back and forth. And we've got that connecting shot coming out from his opponent. And me, Swordfighter, picks up game 2 with a very belated hit off of that up B connecting back down onto the ledge. So Richter, our number 8 seed, unfortunately has fallen on the outside of this tournament. And now on to the last match of round 4 losers side to see who will progress on into round 5. Hollow Bastion is the grounds for the first game in this final match here, and Incineroar wasting no time here against Dr. Mario in gathering a lot of percent on his adversary here. We've got the back throw suplex coming out from Incineroar there. Dr. Mario is going to make it back to that ledge, but only just barely, and the suplex coming out again. Dr. Mario really struggling here against Incineroar, but we're not going to see a 0 to death there off the start of this match. But shortly thereafter, we will see that first stock fall as Incineroar comes out with that forward air. And Incineroar finally taking some damage here from Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario making a lot of use of that tornado strike. He does make it back to that ledge, and we get no jab connecting from Incineroar there as he attempts to layer some more damage into his adversary. Dr. Mario missing the down smash there at the ledge, but he does get the cape. And Incineroar making it back to that ledge, gets footstooled, but again is going to make it back to the ledge and respond with an up smash. Now, Incineroar is up high in that rage meter, so you've got to be careful with that. And Dr. Mario gets caught up in the cross chop and dragged down to that bottom blast zone. Of course, Incineroar threw away a stock for that, but it's worth it if you manage to maintain your advantage, which in this case he was definitely able to do. We've got that on-stage down air spike on that center platform, up air coming out from Incineroar, and if he gets another one of those Alolan whips timed perfectly, we could see a very nasty end to this first game in this set. And that up smash is going to connect through that platform. Incineroar continuing to show all sorts of flair and devastation, picking up that first game against Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario might have to take a couple Excedrin to get into this next match, but we'll see if he can force a Game 3 situation. And Dr. Mario choosing Small Battlefield as the next stage in this set. I don't know how much that's going to help him, though, because Incineroar can still make his way around those platforms, and as we saw at the end of the last match, his up smash connects through it, so you can never be too careful, or you can never be as safe as you want to be in these positions. Percent's relatively even for both combatants here, and we see that cape coming out to attack a little bit of extra damage and turn Incineroar around here. But that down smash from Dr. Mario going to cause some problems for Incineroar. He gets a down air spike to up air, and Incineroar connecting that forward air on that left-hand ledge. Really doing a good job at continuing this onslaught of attacks against his adversary. Dr. Mario gets the power-up punch from his stance under that left-hand platform. Not enough to pick up a kill there. Or super jump punch is perhaps what I should have said. And Incineroar hanging onto that ledge a little bit too long, and Dr. Mario takes the first advantage here. Dr. Mario then loses his stock off the Incineroar's restock to a neutral air dropping down through that platform. Not a great look for Dr. Mario here, losing his first stock to a otherwise unimpressive move there. And Dr. Mario and Incineroar continuing to jostle for positions over here. Incineroar going to make it back to that ledge, but Dr. Mario is not going to let him rest easy as he attempts to continue chasing him down. Gets caught up in the up smash there from Dr. Mario. We see the down throw backbreaker coming out, and Dr. Mario again equalizing things with his down B and takes the advantage yet again. Incineroar looking for a finishing option here. The forward air not quite going to be that, but the down air certainly will, and we have got ourselves a spicy third stock situation on this second game. Incineroar getting a down throw yet again. That fully charged up smash connecting into Dr. Mario, really going to cause him some problems and put him in a world of hurt here. Dr. Mario finally getting some retaliatory damage there with his down B. Incineroar has a revenge active, which you're going to have to watch out for. Doesn't quite get it knocked out of him, but a couple of up tilts might do just that. And Incineroar finally going to get that Alolan Whip. With the full power-up of the Alolan Whip there, it's not going to initially kill, but Dr. Mario is going to be just too far away to recover back to that left-hand ledge. Incineroar on quite the loser's side run here as he eliminates Dr. Mario from the tournament. We'll have to see who is set up to face off against him next. But we will be back over to winner's side next week, for real this time. And there's a lot of awesome combatants that we'll be looking at, so I hope that you subscribe to stick around for that video when it comes out. Thanks so much for your time. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day.